what I'd like to talk a little bit about is this possibility, this life that we have been given. Because whatever we do, in the sense of our responsibilities, all the things that people tell us, we forget what we have been given. And I have a little story. And the story is about this man. And he used to always dream of all these things that he wanted in his life. And he would dream how he wanted to marry this beautiful girl, how it would be really nice if he had a position in the government, how it would be really nice if he had a really nice paying job, how nice it would be if he had this land. All these things, this is what he would dream about. So he was very good at dreaming. But he had no sense of reality. And so things would happen all day long and he would ignore them. He would ignore them. He would ignore them. People would send him letters. He would ignore them. And one day, he got old. And he looked at his life. And he thought about his dreams. And he was lamenting that he had all these ideas, that he had all these dreams, but none of them were becoming a reality. And it was too late in his life. So he sat down in his living room, started looking around, and he saw this big pile of letters. So he started opening them, going through them. And to his great amazement, there was a letter written a long time ago by his girlfriend who wanted to marry him. But he never read the letter. So he called her. And she said, well, I waited for you, I waited for you, I waited for you, but I got no answer, so I went ahead and I'm married. He opened up another letter and it was from the king giving him an appointment to a great job. And he called the king and he said, well, I waited for you and I waited for you and I waited for you and you never responded, so the job was given to someone else. And as he opened every letter, he realized that all his dreams had come true. But somehow he wasn't there to accept them, to check that reality. And if he only would have checked the reality, that in his age, that where he was, he wouldn't have to lament, he could be celebrating. And the reason why I tell you this story is because it is like that with us. We also have our dreams, and we also have our hopes, and we also have our aspirations. In the base of every hope and dream that we have lies the wish to be fulfilled. Lies the wish to be happy. Lies the wish to be content. And the letter comes from the Creator himself. And the letter that comes is in the form of this breath. But we don't open it because we're too busy dreaming, too busy trying to come up with formulas, too busy trying to come up with ideas of how we can be content. But happiness itself is included in each one of these envelopes of this breath that the Creator gives us. And then when it is too late, then we look at these, then we start to open them, then we start to say how precious they are, and then we look at all the ones that we have wasted. And it is so important that in this time that we have, that we acknowledge what we are being given, that we acknowledge the reality of this existence, which is so beautiful, which is so simple, which is so real. And that is such a blessing. We get caught in our ideas of how it should be. We try to make a painting. We try to make a painting of how it should be. How should this life be? And we get so busy in painting that we actually miss what is really happening. When the sun rises in the morning, it is not an idea. It's real. It brings light. It is undeniable. It is beautiful. That's what it is. That's the reality. The moon rises, climbs in the sky, shines bright. It's beautiful. It's a reality. The wind blows and it moves everything that it touches. It's not an idea. It's not a concept. It's real. And in our lives, we are so afraid of reality. So afraid of reality. Because we start to think, what does this reality mean? For everybody in this world, everything gets cut down in good and bad, good and bad, good and bad. It's like when we walk in this world, we have one bag on one side and it's good, and one bag on the other side which is bad. And everything that we pick up in this world either goes into the good bag or goes into the bad bag. Good, bad, good, bad, good, bad, good, bad. Right, wrong, right, wrong, right, wrong. When the sun rises, is it right or wrong? It depends. It depends. Because if that is the day that somebody is to be executed, it is indeed a dark day. Even though the sun rises, it is a dark day. And the sunrise is not beautiful. And if it is that last night where the person is going to be executed, then the moonrise is not nice. But is that what is real? Is that what is real? Take it away from the good and bad, and it is what it is. And when you can look at it, how it is, then it is beautiful. When you were young, when you were a child, you had this ability. You could look at something and see it for what it was. Not in the realm of good and bad and right and wrong, but see it in the realm it was. And if you want that joy in your life, then you're going to have to bring back that same heart of a child. Heart of a child. And when we can once again start to see with the pure eyes of our heart, then we see the gift that we have been given. The gift of existence. That yes, it means something that I am alive. Not what I have accomplished, but I am alive. I was given the gift of life. What is so fresh about a child? You look at the face. There's no trace of yesterday. No trace. Look at our faces. What do you see? Another yesterday, another yesterday, another yesterday, another yesterday, another yesterday, another yesterday, another yesterday. Yesterday, full of yesterday. No trace of yesterday. You want to be beautiful. So people think, oh, put lipstick on, have the hair, shave. This will make you beautiful. And that baby? No lipstick, no makeup, no nothing. Beautiful. Why? No trace of yesterday. So the Master says, take away the trace of yesterday. You too become that child that you once were. And that you are now. That child has not gone away, it's still there. Become that child again. And just remove the trace of yesterday. The ambiguity of tomorrow. Remove that ambiguity. And you too will become beautiful. Like you are. This ambiguity of tomorrow is only a mask. There is no reality in yesterday. There is no reality in tomorrow. And of today, what you really have is now. And in the now, there are many things. And one thing that is also in the now is the joy, the contentment, the happiness of this heart. That's what's in now. So if you unpackage, if you open and open and open and open and open and open and open. In the heart of it all, what you will find is this beauty, is this simplicity. That's what it comes down to. That's what it comes down to. There was a man, and one day he lost his horse. His horse ran away. So he went to the master. He said, "Master, my horse ran away." And the master said, "Well, you think that's bad?" The man said, "Yeah, it's terrible. I love that horse." The master said, "Okay, maybe something good will happen." A few weeks later, the horse returned with another horse. The man went to the master and said, "Oh, thank you for your advice. That was really good. Something good did happen." The master said, "Well, you think that is good?" And he said, "Oh yeah, I think that's really good, because the horse returned with another horse. Now I have two beautiful horses." He said, "Well, maybe something bad will happen." So the man's son was riding the new horse, and he fell off and he broke his leg. Terribly broke his leg. So the man went to the master again and said, "Master, you were right, something terrible happened. My son fell down and he broke his leg." The master said, "Do you think that's bad?" He said, "Oh, I think that's terrible." He said, "Well, maybe something good will happen." A war broke out, and the king asked all the young men to be gathered for the army so they would fight. And because his son had a broken leg, he was not inducted into the army. Somebody watching said, how can you predict this? He said, "Well, it's pretty easy," said the master. Good, then bad, then good, then bad. So if he thought that was good, then bad was coming. Bad was coming, or bad was happening, next thing has to be something good. Changes. And it is all changing. You are changing. You change. Change on the outside. Mind changes. Thoughts change. Ideas change. World changes. Everything changes, 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 changes. One thing does not change. And the coming and the going of this breath does not change. Comes and it goes. Comes and it goes. And when it changes, then all the changes stop. For you, all the changes stop. A voice has spoken again and again and again on the face of this earth that your happiness lies within you. That your contentment lies within you. That you are that vessel. And in that vessel, what do you want to be placed? What do you want to be placed? That will reflect the worth of the vessel. A box is a box. A box is a box. Put a diamond in it, and the box becomes valuable too. Put in this vessel peace, and it becomes valuable. Put in this vessel confusion, and it means nothing. Put in this vessel joy, and it becomes really important. Put in this vessel the answers, and it becomes amazingly beautiful. Place in this vessel just the questions, and it means nothing. Means nothing. What do you want in this vessel? What do you want in this vessel? This is your vessel, your pot that you have been given. Place in it, carefully place in it what you think really belongs in this vessel. Not just anything. If you want it to be real, then place in it very carefully, every day, place in it what will be useful to you. Learn. In this life, learn. Go beyond the limits. See, feel. Feel that dance that your heart dances. Dance with that beauty, dance with that reality. And in all the moments of your life, be as fulfilled as you can be. As fulfilled as you can be. As fulfilled as you can be. Because that is your truest nature. That is the want of your heart.